everybody knows about? Or
No, we don't.
Let me introduce first. Let me open it by introducing you all to Koji Ikematsu. He is the highest paid network marketer in Japan, by large and by far any other network marketing company. He gets paid about $400,000 a month, and that's when Super Lutein was the only product with Naturally Plus. Now there's 2 products. And can you give me the product, please? Yes. Super Lutein and Isomil are now, there's 2 products with Naturally Plus. So he's by far the highest paid in Japan. So let's please give him a warm welcome. Let's welcome. Thank you.
So lucky to actually meet this company, to find this company, which was almost 6 years and 8 months ago. I was introduced from a friend of mine called Asaba-san. He called me up, and one day he called me up and, hey, we have a good opportunities, so why don't you try? But he was kept telling me, before this Naturally Plus business, he was introducing me a few other companies. Every time he said, "Oh, great opportunities." So I said, "What this time?" Actually, this is the only thing he brought me for sure. The great opportunity was, and I really appreciate he didn't give up on me, introducing me these opportunities.
What were you doing before Naturally Plus, before you were introduced?
Actually, I was, let me talk about my story at the beginning. I was born in Japan, Kagoshima, and raised in Yokohama until like 16 years old. I went back to Kagoshima last 2 years of my high school. And after that, I went to States for studying, and also I was playing karate by then. I was going to open up the dojo there. I was going to live in the States for long. But anyway, I stayed in the States for about 7 years, and I moved to Hong Kong. I started the government business in Hong Kong for 10 years. And by then, I was doing okay. My business was growing at the beginning, and after about 3 years' time, I was flamed, and I lost everything. I lost it about $5 million when I was 29. And I was gonna kill myself almost. My debts were over $3 million. So I didn't know how to pay it back. By then I actually find it out sort of like success method. And I studied about it, and I read the book called Think and Grow Rich.
Napoleon Hill's book.
Yeah, right. I didn't believe it, but anyway, I didn't know what else to do, so I did exactly what it said. And quite luckily, in 2 years' time, I paid everything back, and I gave back. Anyway, I was in the garment business. I was okay, I made my business grows up to like $26 million turnover. But anyway, after about a few years' time, I get divorced, and I lost everything again. And I came back to Japan about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had nothing I lost it everything again, and then by then I was introduced some network marketing, which was a new scheme, maybe you know. A friend of mine introduced me. I knew about this company, and I was introduced a few times before then. So, but I was not interested in network marketing. Like a lot of Japanese have kind of like negative feelings toward network marketing. So I was like that. But then since I didn't know what to do, or I didn't have anything else to do, so I studied about it, and my kind of like negative feelings was washed away, and then I was thinking deeply, and this may be a good opportunity for me. So I was studying about a lot other network marketing as well, because I didn't want to just do new scheme because I was introduced. You know, since I am a businessman.
Sure.
So I wanted to compare what is the advantage of new scheme. So I tried to compare with other different companies. Then I find it out that there was another network marketing called New Ways.
That's right, new
Yeah.
ways.
So I thought by then, about 10 years ago, by then, New Ways had more opportunity than New Scheme. So I started the New Ways for about a year and a half. And I was doing okay. I tried hard, I worked very hard, and I earned about 2 million yen a month. So which is about what?
20,000.
20,000 US, $20,000 to $30,000 a month. But about a year and a half, I had the feeling because I cannot introduce other people, because network marketing is like asking your friends to do the business together. And I became, I was a little bit successful, I was doing okay, but the friends I asked, to join with me, nobody made the money. And sort of like they get a lot of stocks and they cannot continue.
So New Ways at that time had a lot of products.
Oh yes, a lot of products, sure, maybe over like 50 products or so.
Yes.
And somehow I find it out there's difficulties in doing the business in New Ways. I was okay, but everybody else wasn't, so I couldn't start asking more other friends. Then I kind of like quit. I started other business, which is not MLM. Since I was doing the garment business, I was also doing kind of like production business. So I was more concentrated on that. But then the things didn't go well, and my life goes down again. And then 8 months before,
8 months after?
I think about a year later, the Saba-san
Introduced you to Natural Plus.
Natural Plus. And actually, I was not sure that this could be a good opportunity, because this is only one product by then. And he said, this product is good for the eyes, and I have no problem with my eyes. So has not, it has nothing to do with me. So at the beginning, I said no. Very strongly I said no. But Asaba-san is kind of very passionate person. Frankly speaking, he was very annoying. Kept coming back and asking me to do so. But anyway, this one product, only like $100 US, one product. How can we make a lot of money out of this? But he was kept coming back, and so I said, okay, don't come, I will sign up. Just like that. And then after a few days later, he asked me to come to seminar. So I went there. Actually I was not so interested in, but I went there, and I saw something which I shouldn't have.
Which you shouldn't have.
I mean, actually I was lucky to see them, but anyway, some Japanese ladies who seems would never be able to succeed. I mean, very, very normal oba-chan. You can't imagine how they could succeed. And for those oba-san was earning more than 10,000 US a month. And I was amazed if they can make money. Why couldn't I? And also, if they could earn money, I could, my friends who could not be successful in new ways, all of them could be successful. There must be some opportunities there. So that was the time I really decided to look into this business.
Mm-hmm. And incidentally, Izumio is relatively new to Naturally Plus, coming out this year in April. For the 5 or 6 years that Koji's been around, there's only been one product. And with that one product, you were able to
earn a lot of money
and actually bypass a lot of network marketers that have been in Japan a lot longer than he has with his earnings, with just one product. I think that says a lot about the product itself.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, actually, I had no problem with my eyesight, but actually I let my family, my mother and father and my sister try this, and they had about 20 to 30 minutes later, they could feel something different. They said like it's brighter, or you can see it more clearly, something like that. And this is nutritious food, right? I mean, supplement.
That's right.
It's not medicine, so actually it shouldn't happen like that. But anyway, they had something must be good and fast, reactions. So I think that could be interesting because there's so many people who have trouble with eyesight in Japan. I kind of like studied about. I tried to find out how many people has the problem in Japan. They said it was about 90 million. 900 million.
Not 900 million, maybe 90,000.
90,000.
9 million?
No, 90 million people has a problem with eyesight in Japan, which is about 80% of Japanese population.
Okay, so that's right, because there's about 100 million in Japan.
Yeah. So I figured, big market could be, good opportunities. So at the same time, I saw this oba-san, old lady, getting successful with the business, and a lot of market needs are there, I thought. So That was 6 years and 7 months ago, right?
And that was, at that time,
At that time, this company's turnover was only about what? 4 million US
a year.
a year.
And today,
Today is about 100 times more, which is amazing, you know, with only one product. So that means there was the market needs.
and just for, for us, could you talk a little about the struggles that you had with talking with people, the ups and downs of the business? There's some
yes.
people in here
Definitely.
that are into the business and definitely going through the ups and downs. I'm sure there's a lot more downs. So maybe you could talk a little about it.
Well, anyway, that's kind of my profession, you know. I have studied like 17 years ago when I lost it so much of the things and money and everything. I studied about what's the difference between people who are successful and who cannot be successful. What's the difference, you know? Is it because my education or because my race or because my abilities, age, you know, things like that?
What was your answer? What did you find?
I studied, well, you know, I put more than $300,000 US dollars worth of money into studying about this. And only one answer is that has nothing to do with it. The successful people and not successful people, the difference is the way how you think.
It's thinking.
It's how you think only, because how you think makes how you move, and how you move, how do you take action becomes a kind of like customs. Then you get the results.
That makes too much sense.
Yeah, well, actually, you are here today, but only reason you are here today is maybe because you might be able to achieve what you get, what you want. You think that way. Otherwise, a lot of people, maybe you ask to come, but they say, "Oh, I'm too busy," or
Sure.
if they think they don't have the chance or opportunity or ability to get what they want, they would never come. They would never take actions. You know, it's wasting the time, wasting their time. So, how you think is based on what kind of action you take. So, anyway, of course, once you start doing something new, the success doesn't come right away. You know? Of course, you have to go through many troubles, problems, difficulties, but you know, there's always the way how you get clear of the problems, how you achieve. What you want is there, what you are is here, and you have to kind of climb the mountains. And there's always way. And I'm teaching kids how to get what you dream about. I'm telling them is sort of like failure is not the opposite word of success. I said failure is necessity, whatever.
That's right.
To get to achieve success.
And that bears writing down, I guess.
Well, the important thing is the successful people is successful people has experienced much more failure than unsuccessful people. That's something you should know.
Having read Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich myself, and having read your book as well, how you distribute it to many of your downline and many people that you sign, well, I've actually taken that route myself and done the same thing. But there was one statement that I remember in that book, and it said that the formula, who was it? Thomas Edison, maybe, said that success, no, it was Henry Ford, said success is 1% luck, 99% perspiration.
Well, Edison.
Edison. That's right. There was a lot of mentions of a lot of quotes in that book.
That's true.
Yeah, it was Edison, I guess. But I felt that then definitely someone like yourself and Edison and Ford, and we read about them in the book.
Well,
they went through quite a lot.
Okay, the important thing is you have to know that's the key word of success. You know, you have to persistently never give up, continue doing one thing, and then eventually you achieve what you want. Successful people never give up. The failure, I mean, people who quit never achieve what they want.
Sort of like winners never quit, quitters never win.
That's right. But also there's one more thing, which is ability is how you think. Okay, how you think. But income is what kind of system you get. Okay, no matter how high ability you have, but if you are fixed in one system which cannot earn the money, if you stick there, no matter how good you are, how better you are, you cannot earn. Because my ability is not different from maybe 10, 20 years ago. Okay, maybe slightly better. But anyway, what I did in new ways, I put myself into so much, and I earned about $30,000 a month. And what I'm doing is same thing in Natural Plus, but I get more than 10 times. I earn 10 times. So how you think is the key, but what you choose is what you get.
That makes sense. That makes a little sense. Tell us a little about where you are today and what your basically your daily existence is. What do you do?
what I do? First 2 years with Naturally Plus, I really worked hard to spread my groups. You know, I sponsored my friend and I tried to get more groups, and I was working on it. I tried to bigger my income for 2 years, but last 4 years, 4.5 years, I'm not doing that for. I don't do that anymore. For example, like I come here today, you know, I spend my money to come here. Actually, if you become successful, or any one of you, try to work hard on Natural Plus, but my income doesn't change. It doesn't go up, but it doesn't go down, whether you do or you don't. So, last 4 years, I'm not doing for money, because it's already my income is kind of like secure.
Yes.
Okay, I have enough money. All I worry about is the tax. But anyway, what I'm
That's
doing
not a bad worry.
well, it's kind of bad. I mean, Japan is too high. Anyway, I don't have to worry much about money.
Sure.
For living. I do what I want to do, such as I said, I teach the kids, which is volunteer. That's main thing I do. You know, mostly every weekend I teach the children all over Japan, and also I do something like this. You know, try to give the opportunities, chances. If I talk, and what I want is to meet people who are looking for the opportunities.
Yes.
Such as you know, Dino and I, maybe 2 years almost.
Sure.
First time we talked about. I like him. I like you because you don't give up. and you are trying to live the way you really dream about, and always searching for the opportunities.
Let me stop you here because you're talking about me.
No, I like the people like you. I like people who don't give up. And I don't like people who give up even before they try.
Sure.
So what I do is mainly to meet the people like that and trying to give them the opportunities. One day I want people to tell me that their life changed because they meet me.
Sure.
Or something like that. Could be.
Sure.
That makes me feel good. So that's kind of the life I'm doing. And every day I live in Tokyo. I live in Roppongi. But I stayed there about a week, a month, 7 days about, and other 3 weeks I'm traveling around and doing these kind of things.
That's good. So it's almost like your freedom. You have your freedom
Oh, yes.
to do what you want. Your money is secure.
I'm very busy.
Very busy.
I can, if I see my schedule, I get sick because I have to go everywhere. But still, I don't do this because if I don't do this, I can't eat. I can't. I'm doing it. I'm keeping myself very busy, but I'm doing it for something like, you know, kind of like mission. You know, it's like my mission.
Can you talk a little about your dream? I think I heard you speak once at the hall in Nagoya. It was maybe about 400 or 500 people there, and you were introduced, and a couple others were introduced, and you talked about the water and the little children in the other countries. I think that was one of the first times I mentioned it.
Oh, I see. Well, I think, you know, when I was in the States, I studied about charity. I studied about being Christian, things like that. They're kind of like, anyway, I studied about a lot of things. And one thing which influenced me now is that in the States, earning the money is like God blessing. If you do something good, you earn more money. So earning money is a good thing. That's what I remember that I studied about. But because it's a God blessing, whatever the income you get, about 10% you have to give it back to the God. which is the charity. That's what I studied.
Sure.
So I figured out after that, I tried to do that. And also I studied about Napoleon Hills. Seems like similar things were saying. So whatever my incomes, I'm trying to use something for other people.
Give something back and help others.
Anyway, in Japan, because the tax is high, I can't pay 10% back. But at least I set myself 3% of my income to use for the charities, and I was doing it because this is, I figured, after I studied about it, I figured this is kind of like a universal rules, something like that.
Principles.
Yeah, principles. That, like you say give and take.
Sure.
You say give and take. But I see a lot of people, they don't actually do give and take. Most of the people are take and give.
It's kind of like the reverse.
Yeah, reverse ways. And somebody give something, then I have to pay back, something like that. Everybody's way of thinking is like that. And that's why a lot of people, they can't live the way they want to. That's something I found out. Actually, the universal principle is give and take. Because in Japan, the exit, we said, deiriguchi. Exit.
Exit.
We call, even in Japan, it says, this is exit. Okay. And this means out, in. This means out. And this is in. They don't say, irideguchi.
Yeah, sure.
So out first.
Out first, then in.
Out first. Yeah, because in Nagoya I don't know, but if this is not the universal principle, the other way around, you go to Shinjuku, rush hours. If it's in and out, everybody gets fighting. Because you can't get in, too many people.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to go out first and in. Everything is the same, breathe out and breathe in. When the kids are born, start out and in. This is universal principle. You have to give first. That's something very important thing that I learned. So, if you decided to out, like charity, helping other people first, then things starts getting wrong. That's something I really studied. I learned and I experienced it, because since I started giving more, the coming back is much more.
Well, that's definitely enlightening. I think a piece of wisdom for all of us.
Well,
Definitely a great piece. But we've got a few minutes, and I'm going to open the floor to any questions that anyone would like to ask. But before we do, network marketing. When you first approached network marketing, you said that it was like not so interested. Am I right?
yes,
It was.
indeed, yeah.
Was it new to you at the time? Or?
No, I had a lot of rumors about network marketing, and I've seen some of my friends were doing network marketing, and nobody succeeded. And kind of like people are like jumping this, one day they said this is great, and next day it was so bullshit and this is much better, and things like that happens. Kind of like people are the person who are doing the network marketing was not so respectable for me. So that was the image that I had.
I see. At the time. Okay. Well, I want to thank you for giving us some highlights and a little brief about yourself. If there's anyone that have any questions, Koji, did you?
I think my kind of, my talk was quite, it has nothing to do with...
That's fine, that's fine. The whole idea, I think in getting you on this video was to hear your story, how going from, humble beginnings to where you are today. And I mean, even though your business, you had some success in your own business, I mean, I think quite a lot of success. I mean, you had a lot more success in your business than I had in mine when I was publishing in Alaska. But still, you saw the bottom. You actually hit bottom. And
even below bottom.
And I understand that. And getting to that point and looking at a network marketing business and being skeptical of a network marketing business and being constantly approached by your friend about it, and to the point where he was, okay, I'll do it, and you're saying, okay, I'll do it. But taking time to investigate and research yourself about what made successful people and what made unsuccessful people. I think that was the highlight, but that is definitely the highlight of this video, of hearing how you got to where you are today, earning yozenman a month. How do you say that in Japanese? Yozenman a month. And that's a salary that most businessmen that work for 20, 25, 30 years, they don't make upon retiring. I mean, they never made it and won't make it when they retire. So it's very interesting to hear that story, which is why I wanted to set that up.
Well, I would like to tell everyone about there's few points that you have to understand when you do, well, especially in the network marketing, but actually doing any kind of business is the same. And the important thing is, a lot of people try to go quality than quantity, and which, especially in the network marketing, don't try to go for the quality. You gotta go for the quantity.
And when you say don't go for the quality, are you talking about the people?
People are trying to think, okay, I have many friends. Okay, he may be good, she's not so good.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He has a lot of friends, maybe he doesn't, something goes like that. So try to get the better quality ones. But then this is the big mistake. You have to go for the quantities.
Yes, I've heard it put something like, everyone is a card just to be flipped and to be given that opportunity.
That's right.
Whether you would think that they're capable of it or they can do it, they're just a card to turn over, and you give them that chance.
Yeah.
That's
talking to, because this is a business, you have to get more experience, and you have to be able to talk to your friends, and sometimes you may have to explain the products or plans or the business itself, or maybe you talk about your dreams. But it takes some time to be able to talk, or pass the message to your friends, actually what you want to really talk about. So, you know, so you have to try a few times to get used to it. And, you know, how you talk like this, you talk like that. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't want to put the words on technique, but it does have a skill, how you talk.
Sure. I would think that I mean, you're not just going to say, you're going to do this. You're going to show some anger. I mean, you're definitely going to be inviting and friendly.
So, like, if you talk to many people, you start getting used to them, you know, how you talk. If you talk this way, maybe this person didn't understand, but if you talk this way, you know, more understandable, and you can see what, you know, there's so many people, you want to do something like this. She doesn't want to do this, but she wants to do, she's interested in this kind of thing. That's something you have to be able to feel, you know, kind of. This is like, you know, the communication business. So what you need is, you have to be able to sense what the person you are talking about is really want.
Sure.
And is she interested in? Is this person interested in what you're talking about? The products, this person interested in the products, or this person is interested in opportunities, or this person may be interested in helping other people, something like that. You know, you have to be able to sense. And in order to do so, you really have to talk to many people and get that experience.
I once heard it put that it's like a listening skill. You have to listen to hear what that person you're talking to is interested in. Other than that, you're talking past the person or you're talking through the person, but definitely it's a listening skill, I think.
Indeed, listening. Well, the principle is everybody. Okay, people are not interested in you. Okay, and everybody's most interest is myself.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, so I'm talking about lot of things about me, but basically they're not so interested in me, but they're interested in themselves.
Sure.
So
How it can relate.
focus on them. Okay, what they're interested in, what they want, what, you know, and just ask them, you know, what they want, and put more interest on to you.
That's the way I heard it. That's
Yeah.
that's exactly right. I think, Bonnie, you had a list of questions. Can you just give him one of them, and maybe we can pass them around and let someone else ask some of those questions that you had.
Okay, I'll just read offhand some of the things
Sure.
I thought about. Now, I'm new to this, and I kind of get the sense that you really have to be a people person, because I think Japan, the market in Japan, the people in Japan, there's a barrier you need to pass to be able to, you know, to get through to the people. There's a natural barrier in Japan, so it makes it a little more difficult. So being a foreigner, and what are the skills you need to be able to break through that barrier, to be able to talk, you know,
To Japanese, you mean?
Yes.
Definitely language is one, huh?
Okay, assume you overcome that. So what next? What's the next step?
Well, let's see. Once you talk to Japanese people, well, first of all, let's put it this way. You think you have kind of barrier for foreigners, which is disadvantage for the foreigner in Japan. But for us, like Japanese, we have other ways to see the foreigners. For example, like a lot of Japanese people are kind of like, they don't speak English, so they kind of like admire the English speakers. So they always want to have the opportunities. They always would love to have opportunities to have a friends, foreigners friends. Yeah. Which could be your advantage. So but Japanese people are mostly very shy, so they can't not approach from this side.
From their point.
Yeah. So if you could be friendly, talking to them, then I would say much easier than me approaching to the Japanese people to become a friend.
So you think it's a little easier for foreigners to approach
Oh yes.
than,
Indeed.
and I've heard that.
That's
as well.
that's one thing. That's one thing. And of course, from there, once you get to know each other and trying to let them know the opportunities about the business, I would say the best thing is to, once you become light friend, okay, and ask them to help you, okay, because I have I heard some business opportunities, but because I'm foreigner and I don't exactly understand what it is, so can you please come with me and help me whether it is really an opportunity for me or not? Can you check with me? Something like that. It would be easier for you to say than me.
Because you speak
Yeah.
Japanese.
Well, even the Japanese people would say same thing, because asking the friend to check with me, because I'm not sure. If you think this is a good opportunity, then I want to do. So can you double check with me? Something like that.
Right.
Even the Japanese would say that. For you, it's maybe easy. Oh, please help me. Give me some time. Instead, maybe I teach you some English. Something like that.
But we want to focus as well on the fact that this is the juncture at which Naturally Plus goes English speaking. So there is that opportunity as well. We don't have to just exclude foreigners. We don't have to just be particular to Japanese people. But there is a broader market as well, or should I say there's more open opportunities for English-speaking people. But that is definitely a good question.
Yeah, but in Japan, the population is more Japanese. So
Sure.
very few foreigners.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so
Definitely a good
I think that's one way.
Malcolm, you had a question?
Back to you again. You said you lost everything. Yeah. You got that is from grace to grass. You got nothing left, no money. So how do you pay your debt? Yeah, when there's nothing, you're doing nothing with money. How do you pay your debt?
Okay.
I've been there before. You work.
Okay.
Yes.
I totally lost everything, but I had a family by then. By then I had a family. My wife. By then I had a wife and 2 kids. The little one was just born, and before then I had 6 maids living together.
Wow.
And 4 of them find their job, but the 2 couldn't find, so they stick around. And yes, my house was kicked out, by then, a friend of mine helped me to find a place to live, and we moved there, which was about two bedroom, no living room, something like that, kitchen, something like that. So we couldn't buy the bed, and we put the newspaper on the floor and slept there for a few weeks, something like that. Anyway, like I said, at that time, I found this book called Think and Grow Rich, and it said, first of all, it said set the goal. Set the goal.
Oh, wait. That's okay.
Goal. That's the number one thing. Precise goal. Set the precise goal.
Not that I just want to get rich,
Yeah.
or I want a house.
How much?
Yeah.
By when?
The exact amount.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when do you want it? That's right.
And plan, make a plan. In order to do so, make a plan. Also, this is precise plan. And number three, it sets a formation. How do you a formation?
O-R-M-A-T-I-O. What's a formation? How would you explain that?
Do it.
And do it.
But this whole thing was, the key was that every books talk about the success, says all this, this four biggest things. Well, you understand, set the goal, plans. A formation is that they said you have to speak out your goals. You have to put it in the word. And in the morning 10 times, at night 10 times, they say so.
Mantra.
Yeah, kind of like that. Well, actually I did it. My goal was precise. I had $3 million debt. So I pay back $3 million in 5 years' time. That was my precise goal setting. And I had no plans. But what I did was the affirmation. I said that, speak up. And at the beginning, you try. Once you try, I said like, oh, I'm going to return the $3 million in 5 years' time. I'm going to return the $3 million in 5 years' time. I feel like I'm so stupid. I feel like I'm crazy to say such a thing because I don't even have a plan. I don't know how. And seems like all my friends, if they hear this, they think I become crazy. And I feel so stupid. But then I had the lucky thing was I had nothing else to do, so I had to. I just kept doing it. I did it more than 1,000 times a day. I kept, I was walking and saying it, I'm going to return to it. Kept saying it, always saying it. But what I want you to do is something like this, can you put the arms like this? Everyone? Can you try? Can you try? Yeah, putting the arms like this. And try opposite side. You feel some strange feeling, right? This is, when you try something new, you always feel stupid or kind of like, you know, uncomfortable feeling.
Sure.
Very uncomfortable once you start doing this formation. Very uncomfortable and you feel so stupid. But once it takes about 3 weeks to get used to it. Okay. Something, once you get the new customs, you try something new, it takes 3 weeks to get used to it. Like you know, you brush your teeth every day, every morning maybe. And if you don't, you feel very uncomfortable, right? But letting your children learn how to brush the teeth takes time because they don't have the custom to brush the teeth. It's like that, okay? People live on the custom, okay? Their customs. And the way you have built it last so many years, you have built it your own custom, your day-to-day customs, what time you wake up, what you do, you know, after work, what you do, everything is the custom. Something else you do, you feel very uncomfortable, so you stick on your customs. But your custom has made who you are and how much you make. Everything is what you have done in the prior time. And the good thing is, okay, good news is, you can build your new custom, own customs. Okay, at the beginning, you have, you know, uncomfortable feelings, but after 3 weeks' time, it becomes quite natural. And once you want to achieve, you want to live your dream life or whatever the life you want to achieve, get how much you want to make money, how many weight you want to put on, how healthy you want to live, how you want to look, everything you can set the goal and you start doing the new customs. And maybe 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years time, you will achieve what you want. Because that's how the principle of the universe goes. It's very simple.
Do you recommend maybe a 5-year plan?
5-year plans is, yeah, indeed. In fact, what you should do is like long-term plan, mid-term plan, and short-term plan. Long-term plan means 5 to 10 years. Mid-term is 3 to 5. Short-term is within the 1 year time. Okay. And then the ultimate plan. Actually, this is the most important thing. It's what I call is the vision, kind of like wisdom. How you want to live your life. What kind of, I mean, how you want to live your life. For me, is how you want to die.
That makes sense.
Because, you know, one thing for sure is we die anyway, eventually. And at the time, I lay on the bed, okay, at the time comes, how do I want to die? You know, that's always I think about. I don't want to die with the, you know, lot of money surrounded me. But I want to die with a lot of people, friends, surrounded me and saying, hey Koji, you know, thanks for, you know, being a friend. My life changed because of you. Thanks for being there, you know, something like that. That's how I want to die. So in order to do so, what kind of life should I live? 10 years, 5 years, 3 years. And in order to do so, Naturally Plus, would it support the lifestyle itself or not? That's how you want to think, how I want you to think about it. You know, in order to do so, how much money you need to earn, something like that. And whatever you have, the dreams that you have, dream life you want to live, is it what you're doing right now would support you to achieve your lifestyle? Or do you need to start something new? Or do you need to change your job? Do you need to change your wife? Everything. That's what it is in fact. That's what it is. I divorced. I'm not recommending any one of you to get divorced because
I did.
Getting divorced takes 10 times more power than getting married. So I don't recommend you to get divorced. But I made a big decision about 10, 12 years ago. I didn't want to live the way it is. So I gave everything, and myself, I lost everything, but I came back and I wanted to live my dream life. And after that, me and my ex-wife has much better relationship. So which was okay, with my kids as well. Anyway, I'm not here to recommend any divorce. But the thing is, okay, you can live your life as the way you really dreamed about. And I have taught so many friends of mine, and so many people, and whatever they have done, go through with the principle of the life, they are actually on the way to live their own life with their dreams. I really believe you are born to live successfully. Everyone it is. And you have huge opportunities because you are not living in Philippines, you're not living in some third countries which even if you want to, you cannot have opportunities. You have a lot, every opportunities you can. Once you choose, once you decide, and once you commit to get what you want, you can do it. All you need is to learn, basic principles.
That's right.
And get the customs. Okay. A lot of people. This is one thing you should know. This is importance. This goes like more important things
At the top.
and less important things. Huh? Is it? Yes. And this goes urgency. This is more urgent, less urgent. Okay. People do this always. Okay. Very important, very urgent things they do. Okay. Like, for example, you go to work because it's important to support your life, and if you don't go today, you know, and you may lose your job. So it's very urgent things, right? So you do that. And here is important, but it's not urgent things, which is your health is important. So, but you know, you eat kind of bad food, but you don't get sick right away. So you don't really care about the food, what you eat. Or diet, you know, keeping the shape is important and keeping the health. But, you know, it's not urgent, so eat a lot of sweet food, you know, or a lot of food, things like that. And also, it is important to save your money for future. But it's not urgent because you're talking about the future. So you don't want to do it. You know, it takes time. And learning like today's, you know, things like this, it's important, but it's not urgent because you come here today, tomorrow you don't get rich. It takes time. So it's important, but it's not urgent. People live on this way. They do important and urgent thing. Next thing they do is less important but more urgent things, which is, you know, daily things. Daily things. Going, meeting friends, drink, have fun. More or less like that. That's less important, but you know, because today, tonight, urgent, very urgent. And then number 4 is less important, less urgent. You know, which is like watching TV. A lot of people live on this way, but successful people would go this way. Yeah. The most important and urgent things, once they finish, they go this way, which always takes time. But if you do important, less urgent things, always do before less important, more urgent things, they would eventually achieve what they want. This is the customs you have to do. You have to learn. And these are number 2. Important because it's your life. Okay, it is your life. It's not Dino's life. It's not my life. It's your life. How to achieve what you want is very important, but it takes time. It's not urgent. Okay? So people put it away and say, oh, I'll do it someday. Well, I'll do it one day, which never comes. So you have to do it today. And once it becomes a custom, because you always do this first. Okay? This getting less and less. So maybe today doesn't make difference. Tomorrow cannot see the difference. But in 6 months later, a year later, slightly, gradually change. And in 3 to 5 years time, huge difference. Huge, huge difference.
Well, I'm going to have to stop you right there. I want to thank you, Koji. Our time has come, and we're going to close this video down right here. But I'd like everyone to remain and stay, come back. We'll take about a 5-6 minute break, get something to drink, and come back. But please, let's thank Koji for coming on. And let's take a break. Let's take a break. And Any questions you have for Koji? I definitely need something to drink.
Please.
As Koji said, you have to change the thinking. And there's a lot of change that goes on with this. This is not sales. This is helping. Figure health. We're helping people's health. We're helping our own health. And we're helping people's wealth as well as our own. There is an enormous opportunity here for the English-speaking community in Japan to take it outside. And so in that, I thank Koji for coming out and sharing that, because we have that opportunity to do that. And the opportunity presents itself in such a shorter time than what Koji did, because it can step outside of Japan so much faster, and there's so much more people outside of Japan than there is inside.
Today is the first time for me to help the English seminar in Japan. He's been asking me quite a long time to do this, but I thought about 2 years ago or a year ago was a bit too early. A lot of people cannot wait for 2 years, 3 years, most of the people. But now I think since September is Hong Kong's opening day is September 8th on Hong Kong, and which is about what, 3 months, 2 months, couple more months, and after that Singapore, Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia will within next year, which market will open. So for you, the English speakers, thinking about the targeting for outside of Japan, I think about a 1 year time for the preparation. You could have it, and because it's going to be a huge opportunities. In Japan, yes, still a lot of opportunities, but talking about outside of Japan, nobody knows about these products. Nobody's doing it. Means brand new market is opening and huge opportunities there. So I think you could spend about a year to prepare for the kind of like biggest chance of your lifetime. I think you could put your effort in there. That's why today I decided to come and have the English seminar. As he said, it is an opportunity. It is an opportunity. Like I said, I don't make money doing this today. But of course, even if you join or you don't join, my life doesn't change. So I'm not trying to push, I'm not trying to sell. But I really appreciated the chance that I got in 7 years, 6.5 years ago. And because I was struggling with my life. I didn't know what to do, and I studied about how to success, but I didn't have the opportunities to do what to do. So all I wish is trying to meet the person like I was before, looking for the opportunities, looking for the chance. I want to, the person who wants to dedicate the time and the energy for changing the life into the way they really want it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When you were doing this business, were you able to keep a regular job?
Yes, I have. Well, actually, my case, I did not have the regular job, so I put 100% in here. from the beginning. But I have many friends who are doing the regular job and also as a side business doing naturally fast. And a lot of them, once they achieve like 100 万円 a month, they shifted into full time. But yeah, I have a few friends who are still doing the other business and also side business with Naturally Plus, earning more than 200 万円. The side business makes about 10 times more than the regular business. But because they like what they do, so they keep the double income.
Also, one more thing. If you're going to English-speaking countries, when we are here in Japan,
Yeah.
and we would, for instance, if we want to say maybe go to Hong Kong, and is a company Naturally Plus able to sponsor our movement legally to do the business from Hong Kong?
Excuse me.
I think what she's asking is, does Naturally Plus support work visas?
So, if you're
Oh,
going
I
to-
see. No, I don't think so. That's very difficult.
then it's not feasible for us to be able to impact on foreigners if we are in Japan.
Well, actually, there's a technology called internet.
Yeah,
And
you
with
can
the
do it.
internet, we can have conferences. And if in fact you build a large base here in Japan, and your base is large enough here in Japan, you can finance your own trip to Hong Kong. What I've started doing even this week, or should I say last week and yesterday, last night as a matter of fact, I'm talking to people in Hong Kong, just familiarizing myself with people in Hong Kong and Singapore. I was even talking to people in Australia via Skype, and I've used Skype, and I'm just conversating and having conversations with these people. But the point I'm making is we can build a large group right here in Japan. We can build a large enough group. You and I have met people in Indonesia. We have met people from Bangladesh. Last week we went to meet those people. And these people have their connections in these other countries. And they can go back to those countries. When the time comes, we can travel as well. I was talking to Koji today about Stuart. You know Stuart. He's in Australia. And I was talking to him about when he goes there, of course. Now, all I need is a tourist visa. I'll go there for a short time. And Stuart can set up a business, and then you can get a work visa. So you go and you can help your people grow in those countries, and you can get a work visa up under the people that you're sponsoring. There's many different options.
Anyway, what you should do is like, if you have a friend or somebody who in, let's say, Hong Kong, and you may not be able to go there, but like I go there, so tell them to come and meet me. You know, I would have a seminar there, which is open seminar, so you could invite anyone there, and I could talk instead of you.
As well. There's
So
another
we need to
option.
have information about where seminars are being
Oh yes, definitely.
Sure.
Definitely.
Sure. Very
Yes.
organized.
Same thing in Japan. You know, if you have friends in other cities, you check where the seminar is held and just send it. But at the time, you have to be able to know who is having a seminar and what kind of person it is. And the best thing is ask your upline or ask me or somebody else to introduce this person to your friends. You know, so letting the speaker knows this kind of person is coming. That what everybody does to me is like they call me up and say, "Oh, Ikematsu-san, this kind of person is coming. Okay, he or she was doing their own business or other network marketing or never had the experience in this kind of business or whatever, giving me the information. So I know what to talk about. Yeah, that's kind of preparations you should have always. Letting them know each other. And so then they get to know each other and they become friends. Even though you don't push, they, the person start doing the business.
There are many different approaches of dealing with people in other countries. Moko, you were talking about the conferences, and I started checking into that. Of course, there's Yahoo, and there's Skype, and it's not difficult at all. I mean, the same cost of a meal is probably less than the cost, a little more than the cost of a camera that you can put with the computer. But that's something I want to talk with you more about, because I see using any technology and anything at our availability, can only expand the business and our contacts in other countries. That's the advantage that we carry. So, yeah.
Any questions?
Think about it. It's very unique. What I wrote on the paper and what I say is that it's maybe a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because not many chances will you get to be able to get currencies from many different countries. Here in Japan, there's a vast assortment of many foreigners from many countries, and especially now that Naturally Plus is dealing just with the Asian hemisphere. For the next year or so, I think, am I right? They're talking Singapore, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, Russia.
Maybe Korea as well.
Okay? So that's this hemisphere, and there's many people in Japan that we can go to and talk to about health and wealth. We're not selling them anything, we're just talking to them about health and wealth. And anyone that has an ear will hear. Those that don't, of course, they'll decline, and that's fine. We flip the card, we turn it over. But the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity comes when that person takes it back to their country and they realize they actually can see and digest that this is something that they can be one of the main people in their country with, and they would be one of the first promoters in that country. Then, of course, that affects you. And if you're connecting with people in China and Russia and Australia, then my goodness, it becomes a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm telling you, most businessmen, unless he's a banker and speculating in currencies and the markets around the world, they don't come into contact like that. For sure, other network marketing companies don't offer that opportunity. A lot of them don't.
Is the pricing the same? If you want to sell in Singapore, are you selling for $100?
More or less. Because it's made in Japan, and the company is trying to set the price within exchange risks, so slightly higher than 1 man yen, but more or less the same. In Hong Kong, they are trying to sell about 700 Hong Kong dollars, which is about within 10% difference.
I would think definitely keep it within a reasonable
Oh
price.
yes,
Sure.
definitely. But of course, for like Malaysia, or $100 is
It's a lot of money.
mostly a lot of money for
yeah,
most of the people.
for the
Exactly.
But like China or Russia, anywhere. Now, you're talking about averages here, but there's always very wealthy people and very poor people. And for very wealthy people, 1 man doesn't mean it. And basically, you have to target somewhere around there.
And one other thing is, even if it goes to these countries and you're dealing with very rich people, these products, you'll have to take it to realize just how good they are. Because once even a person that is making a lot of money and he's rich, they will tell other people about it, because they will begin to recognize just how good the products are, and they'll tell other people, and even their rich friends will buy it. Everyone wants health. Everyone wants to look young and feel young and with no pain. I mean, this is something that across the board, all humans want, is a life with no pain, and we want to feel healthy. The point I'm making, though, is that it will, by word of mouth, expand your business. Whether they're rich, medium, or if they're able to get it, they will talk about it. That's why this one product has made this man successful.
Well, talking about the new opportunities for the new countries, okay, what kind of people would be interested in for this kind of opportunity is mainly wealthy people, business persons, because they are very sensitive about the business opportunities. Okay, so even now, the Hong Kong and some other countries, very successful business persons are mostly interested in this business. So that's why it becomes quickly, So those people who are already succeeded, of course, they are like I said, very capable person. They know lots of friends. So once it lands there, they spread it right away. So that's why you have opportunities. I tell you one example. We have a friend. Her name is Kana-san. She used to live in somewhere in North America, not Toronto, Vancouver. Okay. And she was doing new ski. She was doing the business in Vancouver, and I think Vancouver. It was for like 5 years, and she was getting about $300 to $500 something for 5 years. And New Skin decided to launch in Japan. So she started coming back to Japan, talking to the friends for a year. Nothing really happens. And that's, $300 to $500 for a year. And once they open in Japan, next month she get about $30,000 next month after opening. So that's what happens when the new market opens, and you prepare about a year. And after that, she become like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. So it's a good chance. It's a good chance. A lot of those stories are happening for network marketing business. But the good thing is, Naturally Plus is Japan origin, and a lot of Hong Kong people or Malaysia, Australia, and they are kind of like they trust Japanese products. So, and already in Japan, the products are proven, business are proven. So that's why they are very excited, and they really rely on the products and the business.
opportunities, chances are even more than coming from other countries. One thing, okay. I studied about the successful people, successful. There's a, how do you call it? The person who are easier to be successful or more or less, more likely not success. I know you know that. There's five things. The kind of like bright person and depressed person, which one is more likely to be successful? Right. Of course, right? Of course. This is one. Okay. Number two, person who are positive thinker or negative thinker, which one is more likely to success? Positive, right? Positive. Person who gives the reasons why they cannot do this, and person who don't say the reasons.
Person who don't say
Well, put it on side. I don't want to use the negative words, but without reasons. Without reasons. これ言い訳って。Four. Person who always talks something good about a person and we talk bad about a person. Which one is more likely to be able to success? Yeah, talk something good about other people, other person. Thankful and not thankful. Yeah, everybody knows about it. So this is 5 things. Whoever has these 5 things is more likely to be succeeded, successful. And the opposite side is more likely not succeeded. The thing is, problem is, we all know about it, okay? But actually, how do you really always having this or not? How do you live? Okay, bad news is the other side. We all have it as well. Yeah, we are sometimes depressed. We are sometimes negative. We are sometimes giving the reasons why we can't do this. We sometimes talk bad about other persons. Sometimes we cannot be thankful. But on this, the good news is we also have this side, because it's like coins, you know, surface and backwards. We both have it. The thing is, we have to think about this side. Okay, we have to know if I feel depressed. Okay, we can shift. We can shift to the bright side. If we think about negative things, change it to the positive side. If we start talking about the reasons, stop that and stop reasons. Oh, I come late because the traffic jam and this and that. Stop saying it and say sorry. That's it. And trying to speak, hey, Dino, come on, I don't. Then realize he's such a positive person, energetic, something like that. Talk about good. And, you know, be thankful to other things or whatever we have right now. And all you have to do is realize what you're thinking. And if this side is more than 50%, you are more likely to be, you are ready to be able to succeed. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize which side you're. And like I said, it's a custom, okay? Once you become custom, even if you don't realize, you are always, this side is more likely to this side of the person. It is, you know, you can get opportunities. Okay? And also, there's, have you heard of this last? This is brain system. Reticular activation systems, which is why you have to write the goals. You have to set the goals. You have to put your goal into your subconsciousness. Have you ever experienced like you buy the car, you decide to buy this car, all of a sudden you see the same cars in the street? Have you experienced something like that? That is not because you decide to buy a particular car and everybody else start buying it. No, it's been there, but you didn't notice it.
That's right.
So you put your mind, you set the mind into certain things. You will, your reticular activation system will catch the necessary information, necessary person, opportunities to achieve what you want. And that's how your brain system goes. So it's very important, especially being positive. No reasons, okay? Don't ask why. Don't ask yourself why I cannot do it. Because always your mind responds because. That's the reason. Don't ask why, but ask how. How can I achieve that? How can I get more people? How can I be successful? How can I make other people understand? How means always find the way to the solutions. But why stops giving the reasons and stops there. It doesn't serve the problem.
So asking how helps you find a solution, or asking how makes you find a solution.
That's it. Yeah.
What does RAS stand for?
Reticular activation systems.
That's
Reticular
fine.
activation systems. That's the brain systems.
Okay.
Brain's nerve systems. Okay. Once you experience, once you see, everything is memorized. But because there's too many informations, if you remember all the time, you go crazy. So they put into kind of like stock box. But reticular activation system will pull out. It's like search engine. Okay, you set the goal. Okay, I'm gonna make $20,000 in 6 months. Okay, so that's the goal. If you put into your mind, then the reticular RAS will pull out the necessary information to make $20,000 in 6 months' time. So you will be more sensitive for your opportunities. You know, a lot of people, like I said, give and take. Okay? A lot of people are take and give. Okay? They are waiting. They're waiting for other people to make you successful, or they're waiting for other people giving something first. But it's more or less like, you know, you're gonna buy the lottery if you win the lottery. After you win the lottery, something like that. You know, you have to buy it first.
Yes.
But everybody wants guarantee. You know, there's no guarantee. You have to buy it first. And unless you buy first, you will never win. The success is something like that as well. You have to dedicate. You have to put your energy. You have to put your time. You have to put your effort first. You know, that's people really don't understand. You know. They need the result first. They need the guarantee. There's no guarantee. Only person you can guarantee your life is you. You cannot ask your company to guarantee your life. You cannot ask somebody else to guarantee your life. You cannot ask your husband, you cannot ask your wife to guarantee your life. You can guarantee yourself.
Good point.
And that's not very difficult.
One of my friends was going to wish he had a cane. He was going to ask you specifically how you made that money that you made. But I think the answer has already been said. They said. Specifically, I think what he's saying.
Okay, well, let me tell you what I did at the beginning. What I did was, like I said, I knew the basic principles. So network marketing is quantity, not the quality. That's what I knew. So I said, fast, quick, get more quantities. So I decided to list it up, a bunch of people, and I decided to call my friend in 1 week, 500 people. I decided. Okay, well, I didn't have 500 friends, but I knew some people listed up. Okay, I knew the person who I meet in the gas station. I knew someone who I buy the meat, or something like that. I don't, not necessarily the friends. Like I said, I need to practice how to talk as well. So I first called someone I knew, but not a friend. Someone who I don't give a shit about whether he does or not. But I needed to practice. So, yeah, so I called up about 100 people every day for 5 days. And I called up 500. And the 450 people turned it down. They said, "Who are you?" "I don't know you." "Don't call me like that."
Now, 450 people turn you down. That can be pretty depressing.
Oh yeah, well, if you think about it,
Sure.
okay. If you call, say, 3 persons a day, and 3 out of 3 turn you down, you're depressed for a whole day. Okay? But I had to call 100 people. 100 means I don't have the time to be depressed. I kept calling, keeping myself busy. So at the end of the day, about 10 persons said yes. Okay, I will help you. So, end of the day, I got 10 opportunities. I already forgot about 90 turned me down.
That's right.
So that's important. That's important. You have to make it quick and quantities. So, but anyway, 50 people said will sign up. And out of 50, 20 came to the seminar. And out of 20, 15 would do the business with me in 1 week. So that's how I started. That's how I started. And actually, nobody else had been turned down 450 person in 1 week. I have the most failure than anyone in Naturally Plus in such a short period of time. That's why I become more successful in Naturally Plus. That's simple. Like I said, it's quite simple. And but then, first month, you know how much I earned? Out of so much work in 1 week. After that, I followed up 15 friends of mine who wants to do the business. I kept going and going, and I was working like 24 hours for first 1 week, 1 month. And a month later, I received money, right? After 1 month, so second month, first time I received the money. The first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month, 6 months. Okay. At the beginning, when I decided I will do this business, I set the goal. Like, you know, my goal was $100,000 a month in 1 year. 100,000, so $100,000. Okay? So, in order to do so, I couldn't do the double work. So I put everything into Naturally Plus, 24 hours, really. Okay. So first month I received, first month means second month. I received 4만 yen. I said, what? Wait a minute, you know. I put so much energy, so much time, so much work. What the hell is wrong with this company? I figured out, you know, if I do my garment business or production business or even new ways, at least I should have like 50万円. You know, even I'm a beginner, but way less than 10%. So I was freaked out and God. But I said, okay, this must be something wrong. I will try 1 more month. And if I work 1 more month and I don't get 100万円, maybe I quit. But until then, I will do my, you know, best. So I even work more harder, you know. Second month, I work maybe 26 hours a day. Second month, I received 12万円. I was so knocked out. In my whole life, I've never worked so hard. And I dedicated all my energy, time, sweat, everything. And okay, so I said, this is the last month. I work 1 more month. And then I will decide continue or not. So I kept going. Okay. 28 hours a day. Okay. So until my third month. I said, quit! No more! I can't do this anymore. I really did. It's not the business for me because the Obasan was making 100万円. And I worked so hard at 36万円. I said this is unfair. So I had the other job, the production job. So I had 1 month. I quit. Not quit, but I couldn't. I went to Hong Kong and some other countries and shooting the video for some famous artists. I was 1 month. I didn't do anything in natural class. So I came back. Somehow I went to the bank. I didn't do nothing for 1 month, but my income was 80 yen. I was surprised. Okay. Oh, this business, if you work hard, you don't get much. And if you don't, you get more. No, actually, first 3 months, I put so much energy. And this means third month, there was about 500 people already doing it. So once I didn't do that, already a few leaders working instead of me. So then I realized, oh, natural class really gradually grows. At the beginning, it takes time, but after a while, it starts expanding fast. So the first month, I start working again, then 120万円、220万円、1000万円. 12 months later, I get 1000万円. So amazed. It goes like this.
Like an airplane.
And you have to know this one is everything you do something, always delay. The result comes delayed. Yeah, you need the lead time. Okay? Your effort is so high. At the beginning, your effort and the result are so way far, you know. But at certain time, your effort going down, but the result goes up. And this always, whatever you do, it's like this. You know, like my English, okay, it's rusted so much, but at the beginning I didn't understand anything. But I went to United States. I didn't understand, and I tried to, study a lot. And I don't understand. But one day, all of a sudden, I could start understanding. It's maybe a Japanese thing to say. Yeah. All of a sudden, every day, one day. One last thing I show you. There is say this is a lake. In this lake, one flower. This flower, every day, gets double. Okay? First day, 1. Second day, 2 flowers. Third day, 4 flowers. Just like this. One flower breaks to 2. 2 flowers, 4. Something like that. So for this lake, filled with this flower in 100 days. So, how many days it takes to fill the half of the lake? 50? Everybody thinks 50? Actually,
Wait a minute. No.
no. It's too
It's
simple.
going to be maybe 15 days.
15 days?
20.
No. One flower breaks to 2. Okay, every day, each day breaks 2. I give you the answer. Okay. This is very important. You have to know. Okay. To fill the half of the lake takes 99 days. Because in one day it's present 2, right? You understand? Everybody understands this? 99 days, half. Okay. Then another day doubles. So it feels it's 99 in 100 days. Okay. The important thing is from here. Okay, so it takes 99 days to fill the half of the lake. Quarter of the lake, how many days?
98.
98, yes, because it doubles, right? You understand that? Okay. 98. More important thing is 1/8. How many days? 97 days. Okay. 1/16. 96. 1/3. 95. What I'm talking about is first 90 days, nothing happens. It seems nothing happens. It seems nothing happens at the first 90 days. And all of a sudden things start changing. This is naturally class because it doubles. This is naturally class. And if you know that, so much effort you put in, at the beginning nothing happens, still you can continue doing it because it happens like this. But most of the people, they're making a mistake, is because always they quit around here. They put effort, nothing happens. Oh, maybe I don't have talent. I'm not good for this. You know. Always, whatever you do, always you quit around here. Just before things start changing, things start moving, people quit here. So you cannot quit. If you know this, you can see dynamic powers of, 90 days, which means about 3 months. But this is like you put the full commitment and full energy into it. About 3 months start changing. But, if not, it takes a little bit more time. But you decide how much effort you put in. But maybe sometimes in Japan, they said, stick on your rock for 3 years. 石の上にも3年. Whatever you do, 3 years, you put the effort. Then you get the basics.
I'm going to have to close it down. We've had our hour. Our time has come. Thanks, Koji.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. Anyway, sorry for my English, but I hope something you will get out of this. And there is huge opportunities for each one of you, and you could live really your dream life or whatever you wish would really come true. As long as if that can support, if the financial support can, make your dream come true. Also, you can become healthy, and more important thing is you would really have lifelong friends throughout this business because you have to make your friend successful. You have to make your friend succeed unless you wouldn't succeed. So please take this opportunity and get your life back on your track. Thank you very much.
And let's welcome again Koji Ikematsu.
This video we're going to do here, Koji's going to talk about super lutein and isomil. He's going to talk about the company, Naturally Plus, and he's going to talk about the opportunity that's presented with this company, and that will allow anyone that joins to make sizable income or any income, and also to fulfill your dreams. So without too much talking on my part, Koji Ikematsu.
Oh, you're not gonna ask me this time. Well, anyway, since here today we talk about Naturally Plus, like we talked about a little bit, Naturally Plus is started on January 2000, so about 7 years and a half. It started, and it used to have only one product called Super Lutein, which this one is 10,000 yen a bottle. Only one product, and then their turnover is last year 382 oku yen, which is how much US? 380 million.
Is that US dollars?
Yeah.
380 million yen?
380 million US
US
dollars.
dollars.
About, more or less, yeah. So, which is amazing. And this product was, last 2 years, the world's most sold supplement in one items.
It was last year,
Last year and the year before.
and the year before, it was the most sold product sold, supplement sold in Japan.
So, worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Wow.
In this network marketing.
In network marketing world.
And the company has been growing quite rapidly, and that this company's success in Japan. But now the good thing is, starting from this year, September, this company goes to Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, and Russia. They are expanding towards outside of Japan. And so, today's this English seminar, which is first time we are trying. And, but anyway, English speakers would have great opportunities to introduce these products to outside of Japan, and getting quite great business chance, which happened 7 years ago to me. Almost same thing would happen to you as well.
Sure, and let me just reiterate, in that 7 years' time, we've already mentioned Koji was able to amass for himself about yozenman a month, which is about $400,000 a month, just in the country of Japan. So we're talking about Naturally Plus going outside of Japan, which of course makes for a bigger market for the English speakers that are new to this and coming to this now.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Anyway, about the product itself, the super lutein is caltamide, yeah, supplement, which I think you should explain.
Okay,
the
well, a
ingredients.
supplement, and you have the paper, I think, before you that talks about the product. Kusi-san, yeah, I think on the table there's a paper there. Yes. So, you see there, it talks about super lutein. Super lutein is all natural supplement extract from fruits and vegetables, and there's the list below. We have, what is lutein? Lutein is put it up here. I spelled it right, excuse me, backwards. But lutein is a natural enzyme or natural antioxidant that's found in most leafy vegetables. And this you can get from your spinach, from lettuce, but mostly from spinach and green leafy vegetables, also from egg yolks. Lutein is good for the eyes. Primarily, it's actually, lutein is found in the body naturally as well, but as you get older, your body depletes lutein. So we get it back through our green vegetables and green spinach. The spinach is the most source for lutein, the biggest source for lutein. Also, I have color codes here. One of the color codes is the green, which we just talked about, and that's where the spinach comes in at. Let me step aside here so you can see. The green. On the bottom next is red. This is all that's in super lutein. Everything here I'm mentioning is in super lutein. The red is your tomatoes, and out of the tomatoes you get, let's put here, is the lutein. Out of the tomatoes you get lycopene. Lycopene. And what is lycopene? As you can see, there's another strong antioxidant. Antioxidants are natural ingredients that help ward off what destroys us, what makes us sick. Oxidizing is like rust, and that is what happens to us. Too much oxidation in our body, and we start either joints start hurting, backs start hurting. So antioxidants come in and it destroys that oxidation. It kind of rids our body of it. As you can see, the lycopene is good for, this is good for liver, it's good for our liver, it's good for women's breasts. You know, you've heard of breast cancer in women, women's breasts. It's also good for the men's prostate. Okay? So that's the red. Also, there's the yellow. And the yellow you have in super lutein is the pumpkin. The pumpkin. Pumpkin carries with it the beta carotene. I think I spelled that wrong. I'm going to put an O here. Okay? The beta carotene is most important precursor for vitamin A, meaning it helps the vitamin A activate in our bodies. That's what beta carotene does. And it's also an antioxidant, and it helps in preventing cancer and other diseases in our body. Okay? There's also another color code I use here, is the dark yellow. And I use these color codes because everything, if you notice, all of these colors are also part of your rainbow. So I kind of say that super lutein works with the rainbow, or with our natural vegetables and fruits that you can kind of associate with the rainbow. The carrots come in with the dark yellow, not even with the orange, with the dark yellow. And of course, we all know carrots are good for eyes, but the carrots have the alpha carotene. The alpha carotene. It's R-O-T-E-N. And the alpha carotene, as it says here, is a part of the carotenoid family. It's abundant, and it's a good carotenoid for a healthy diet. It works with vitamin A as well. It's a precursor for vitamin A also. So both of these help with vitamin A. And a precursor means that it just helps the vitamin A works in our body. Okay? This is just speaking of super lutein. Moving on from there, we have the dark orange which is the mango. This is dark orange, which is the mango. All this is in superlutein. Mango has the zeaxanthin. Zeaxanthin. And that protects the eye's sensitive cells. Okay? Then there's the purple, as well as help the eye repair itself. Then there's the purple. And you keep an eye on these colors because they all relate to what's in superlutein, as well as I always see the colors of the rainbow. There's the cassis berries. And the cassis berries are rich in polyphenols. Polyphenols are known to have cancer-fighting principles. Polyphenols are being talked about. If you do a search on the internet about polyphenols, you'll see that many universities are talking about polyphenols because it fights cancer. It helps fight cancer. And it works fast through the body. The cassis polyphenols also help remove the active oxygen. And the last thing that we can talk about is the DHA. DHA is a food enzyme that's found in fish, usually in fish brains, or actually fish is found in fish, but not in fish brains, but throughout the fish. Fish is known as a brain food, if you remember mom and dad telling you it's a brain food. And the reason why it's called a brain food is because DHA works well with our brains and synapses in our head. It helps in the decline. It helps in the decline of brain cells, and neurons and memories, and it keeps the aging down. Keeps our aging down, and helps with our mental functioning. Okay. Then there's a lot of vitamins that we can talk about. There's the vitamin E I have down there. Vitamin E. Vitamin B1. Vitamin B2 or riboflavin. Vitamin B6. And vitamin B12. So I'll bring Koji back, but this is just to show you what's in superlutein. And for the 7 years or for the 6 years that Naturally Plus was just using superlutein, why superlutein became so popular, and why in that short time people started noticing the results of superlutein because of all the properties that it has and the ingredients that it has. Now we have Izumio. Can you tell us a little about Izumio, Koji?
Okay. First of all, this superlutein ingredients, as explained, which basically is colored vegetables. If you take darker color vegetable, which is good for your body, which has been told, but medically, scientifically, it is proved on 1995, and which, as Dino said, which is antioxidant. Most of the ingredients are talking about antioxidant ingredients, which, like he said, we call it free radicals, which is the cause of the disease. Like more than 92% of the disease are caused by the free radicals. So medically, they are now looking into how to reduce free radicals, which is keyword now. Anyway, superlutein contains so many antioxidants, which basically is to reduce the chance of the disease, but also to how do you call getting old.
Decrease.
Yeah.
Decreasing old age.
Yeah,
Decrease
right.
old age, that's right.
Right. We call it anti-aging.
That's right.
Okay. The keyword was anti-aging. Okay, which is you know, pretty good words for the ladies especially.
Sure.
Because the free radicals are killing the cells of our bodies and damaging and cause rusting and eventually causes the disease. Trying to reduce it, that means less disease and less aging. Now, the Izumio, starting from this April, were launched in Natural Class, this is just a water, but contains lots of hydrogen-rich water, which how did it develop was there was in the whole world there's something called miracle water, which the most famous one is in France, called Lourdes, which is kind of a religion-related place, you know, for Christians especially. It's well known, and that once you drink that water, people who had a terminal disease get cured or things like that. That's why they are called miracle water, which Lourdes is the most famous one, but there's a few other places, such as in Mexico, there's a place called Tlacote, and also in Germany, there's a place called Nordela. And also in Pakistan, North Pakistan, there's a kingdom of Funza. There's a very famous water, miracle water, which really, you know, like a terminal cancer or AIDS or other diseases, which the hospital, the doctors said cannot cure anymore, but actually once they drink those waters, they experience the miracles. So many people, like 5-6 million people goes there every year and trying to, you know, the last chance for their life, and they get better. So they studied about it scientifically, what is in it, and they find it out all those 4 miracle waters, they contains way more hydrogen than the normal water. So they figured, okay, so the hydrogen is the key for this miracle. What happened is that as they drink those miracle water, they contains a lot of hydrogen, but they try to, you know, kind of like put it in a bottle and send it to all over the world and ask the people who has a disease or trouble to drink it. But they send it and they drink it, but nothing happened. And they tried to find out why was that because of the hydrogen. Once they found it from the, like Lourdes, they have lots of hydrogen. But once they send it, the hydrogen is gone because the atom of hydrogen is the smallest in the world. So the hydrogen goes through the containers, going up. So they cannot put in packages and contains the hydrogen inside. So the Naturally Plus had successfully put lots of hydrogen into this cheer pack, which say Luludo, I don't know how you spell it.
L-O-L-O-U-R-D-E.
Oh.
Acid.
Yes.
Yes.
Luludo. Okay.
Lourdes. Yeah, this is the right
That's
name.
the right one, but the pronunciation is different.
Okay.
Lourdes.
Lourdes. Here, the most famous one contains 550 ppt. This is the quantity of hydrogen contains. Other places like 250, 100, little less, something like that. This is the amount of the hydrogen. And now, Izumio contains 1.8 ppm of hydrogen, which is about 4,000 times more hydrogen than Luludo. Well, you cannot probably imagine how much it is. So it's like people goes to Luludo for those terminal disease people. They go Luludo and stays there about 1 month and drink about 2 to 3 liters of the water. And so 1 month they drink like 60 to 90 liters of water. Then they get try to cure, but of course it's spent. You have to spend a lot of money. Yeah. Going there and staying there. Now, here the Izumio. If you drink 2 pack of Izumio, it is about the same quantity of drinking the Luludo's water, 1 ton. 1 ton.
Wow.
Which is amazing. Okay. So how does it? Why the hydrogen water is so good for your body is that the antioxidant, like I said, which is trying to reduce the free radicals from the body. But free radicals, you write it down like this, O class. Okay. Normally, the oxygen is H2, right? Which means it has 2, what do you call the atoms? Here. But free radical is just 1. So it's quite unsteady and trying to get other cells and take oxygen atoms away. So like Fe is iron. And this, if it stays this way, it's shiny and good ones. But once it gets free radicals, becomes FeO, which is the rust. Okay. So that's what happens into your body. Okay. But then H2, hydrogen is written on H2. And hydrogen also itself cannot stay as itself. Get with other atoms together and stabilize. So that's why normally it doesn't stay itself, okay, in the world itself. Also, our body contains a lot of hydrogens and works on, in a lot of ways. But anyhow, this hydrogen itself comes into your body, what happens is try to find the free radicals and get together. So hydrogen and free radicals get together, becomes H2O, which is a water. So it becomes a water and getting out from your body. So if you drink Izumio, hydrogen water, if your body contains a lot of free radicals, you may have to go to the bathroom quite often, or you may sweat a lot and get it out. Okay. Anyway, because hydrogen atom is the smallest, the hydrogen can go anywhere in your body. Natrium plus superlutein was great products, but because this is from the food, the atom size called molecular weight is quite big. So it stays in your body but cannot go through everywhere because it's quite big. Imagine like superlutein cells are about this big, but hydrogen atoms are more or less like that. So can go through everywhere. And also one thing I worried about was like, if you take supplement too much, it's not really good for your body, because in order to get it out, the supplement has to digest and go through the liver and kidney and has to go out. So it has to, the kidney or liver has to overwork. But hydrogen, because it is the smallest, you take it, go through whole body in about 30 minutes. And if it's over hydrogen, then the hydrogen itself goes through your body, through your breast, and going up. So it has no problem, you know, no matter how much you take, it exceeded the amount of hydrogen would go out, and no harm for your body. And one more thing, the good thing about hydrogen is the hydrogen's work is to fix the broken DNA. So which means that the broken cells, broken DNA is fixed while you are sleeping, and that means I said anti-aging. The superlutein was focusing on anti-aging, but actually Izumio is reverse aging, because it's going to fix the cells, fix the DNA, so it would reverse your age. They said if you take one Izumio a day, probably you will become younger about 5 years.
Do you take yourself?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's why.
Actually, yes, indeed. What happened was that taking Izumio, so you take one, then become 5 years younger. So if you take two, maybe 10 years younger.
I take 50 and
Become baby. Actually, it works.
give me 100.
Already lots of people are experiencing it, especially the ladies are crazy about this, and they are actually, you can drink it or you can put it on your face. Actually, your wrinkles become reduced, and really works like kind of cosmetics, things. Some of the ladies are very crazy about it. You know, they studied about it, and the makeup artists, they studied about it, and they put the kind of like face pack with this. Amazing things are happening actually. And also, not only the outside, but inside as well. Especially this, I don't really want to talk about it in front of the ladies, but for the men's, it really happens amazing things.
We can use our imagination.
Well, last month I met this old man, 84 years man, and he was so glad to have his meal. He and his wife is 80 years old. Well, it's not only for the men, even the ladies it works. And they said, in 20 years time, we loved each other so good, whatever it is. Imagine 80 years old and 84 years old couples making love, which is good for the world. But anyway, like at the beginning I talked about the Funza, kingdom of Funza. Their miracle water is quite getting popular because they are one of the, how do you call it, the oldest people are living, the oldest population, average age. There's so many over 100 years old people living. And the amazing thing is, less than 100 years old, people don't get sick because they are all drinking the water, miracle water. And more amazing thing is, the men over 100 years old having a child.
Wow.
My God.
So their great-great-grandson is smaller than their son. I mean, their son is smaller than. Anyway, things like that happening. And hydrogen water is actually the hydrogen water is not popular outside of Japan. Okay, nobody is making it actually. The hydrogen water's research is Japan is the leading country. Actually, the supplements, United States or other countries are, way advanced than Japan. The hydrogen water is only in Japan. So imagine if this goes to your countries or outside of Japan. What's going to happen is the amazing business opportunities there. So that's about the products. Okay. Anyway, already Naturally Plus has been proven. The superlutein itself would guarantee the business success outside of Japan as well. But with using Izumio, from now on, the world strategy, whatever you imagine could happen. And like Dino said, luckily, I happen to earn the most in this kind of business, style, which I really think it is not because I am, but I was very lucky to join this company. But 7 years ago, the foundations and infrastructure of this business is so messy. Now, business teaching method and things are getting really organized, and we can teach how to do this kind of business. And there's so many seminars. In Japan, there's more than 50 seminars every day. Somewhere in Japan is held. So now, I think if you really grab the chance and dedicated your energy, if you commit to do business, I'm sure you can be quite successful with this business. And I'm sure there's a way over my income from now on. The new people, new members who join this business would earn, I think so. And also, if you go to other countries, the tax is much lower than Japan. I think they would get much more asset than I do. Okay. Anyway, that's
let's talk about making money.
Okay. Now, let me tell you about the marketing side. Okay. MLM, multi-level marketing or network marketing, is quite famous worldwide now, and there's less people nowadays like me before joining the MLM company, which had quite negative, thought about MLM. 10 years ago, maybe a lot of people, but now a lot more people are accepting this kind of new business. Anyway, the most famous companies in MLM is, I think, Amway. I think most of the people heard about Amway business or New Skin or some other companies, maybe you know. But there was a few difficulties in those companies because, like, I had negative feelings about MLM companies. Like I said before, I heard many things from many people. There's a lot of opportunities in this business. I'm gonna be successful using this business. So why don't you do it together? I heard that, but the people who said that, after a while, they quit it or they lost the money. They failed in the business. So that's why I wasn't convinced about this business. The problem was you had to sell. Okay, you have to buy the stock and you have to sell. But here, Naturally Plus, if you want to join with this business, what you have to do is to write it down. You have to become a member to buy these products. And you have to become a member and you have to order directly to Naturally Plus. And they will send it to you directly. So if you introduce to your friend, you cannot sell. She or he, this person has to join the member, and he has to directly order to Naturally Plus and buy. So all you do is you become a consumer, okay? And you buy directly from the company. You can only, you buy one product and only for you to use it, okay? So you cannot sell. You don't sell the products. This is the difference. Normally you buy, okay? For example, like most of the company, the selling price of this one item is about, let's say, 15,000 yen. And you become a member, you can buy 1,000,000 yen. and you sell it to your friend 15000 yen. So you become the difference of 5000 yen becomes your profit. That's the business, right? Normal business, and that's how you start doing the business. But here, everybody buys in 1万円. I buy 1万円. He buy 1万円. You buy 1万円. So no difference. So you don't sell. All you do is introduce. If you are interested in this product, just buy. You know how to buy. I teach you to fill in the application form. That's it. So you don't sell. Because you don't sell, you don't have the stock. When you do the business, stock kills you. Okay. You have to put a lot of money into the stock, and if you cannot sell, if you are not good salesman, the stock will kill you. Your cash flows and so on. And a lot of this kind of business, because you sell means you and your friend, the seller and the customers relations. So once your friend used up this product, your friend may call you and, hey, I need more, so can you deliver it? Something like that. You have to deliver it. This one in here, Japan, Yamato would deliver it for you, so you don't deliver it. And collecting the money, you see, collecting the money, you don't do this either, okay? Because you pay for the company. Or once they deliver, you exchange the money and the product, so you don't deliver the money. And the biggest difference between other company and Naturally Plus is normally other companies, MLM companies, they have a titles. This title, so-called title, which once you want to do the business with this, you have to get a title, such as like executive or supervisor or direct distributor, so and so called title. In order to get the title, you have to like sell maybe 100万円 or 40万円, 50万円, 30万円. The amount is varies, but anyway, you have to sell certain amount of the products within certain period of the time. That's how you get the title. And this volume becomes bigger and bigger, you get higher title, like Pearl Executive or Ruby Executive, Diamond Executive, Blue Diamond, or so on. Somehow it's kind of stones. Anyway, actually, people goes for that because when you want to do the business, you want to go for the top title, so they keep going. But a lot of people are not good salesperson. Okay? So, for example, in order to get the title, you have to sell certain amount at a certain period of time. So you keep selling it, calling your friends and asking them to buy the supplement or shampoo or fry pans or whatever. Okay? And then they go on, but then at the time period comes, okay, which is normally end of the month. Okay, end of the month, for example, you have to sell for like new skin, you have to sell about 30万円 every month for 4 months, for example. You achieve certain amount, maybe 20万円, but at the end, you are short of 10万円. Okay? Try to sell it, but you can't sell. The period comes. Okay? The day comes, the end comes. Once you miss it, everything is, you have to start all over again. So which means you have to give up your effort. Okay, so what everybody think is, okay, I'm short of 10万円, but I don't want to lose everything. So what I can do is buy 10万円 myself. Then you can get the title. And that happens to other people as well. And every month you're short of a little bit, so you keep buying it. And at the end you find out your house is a whole bunch of stocks. And your income is less than you are buying, so you lose. And your money doesn't last that long. So end up like a whole bunch of stocks and a lot of debts. And you lose.
Okay, which causes for bad experience with people with network marketing.
Network marketing, that's hard. So Naturally Plus has no title. I'm doing it, for almost 7 years, 6.5 years. And I actually earn the most of the money in this company. But I'm same title as the people who are studying. It's just a difference of how much we earn. But the title, there's no title, so it's the same thing. Okay, so which means in Naturally Plus, some people are succeeded, but some people don't succeed. Okay, of course. But that never happens is nobody lose money.
So to put it another way, what you pay for is what you get.
Yeah.
It's no different than ordering something by catalog.
Same thing. Because if you don't want it, you quit anytime. You stop. You tell them to stop delivering. Then they don't deliver. But unless you said that, every month one product is sent to you automatically. And if you like it, you take it. If you don't, you can stop it anytime. You don't buy the stocks. Because you don't sell or you don't have the titles. You can never lose money. Okay. So one more time I will repeat you. Some people will succeed. Some people don't. But nobody loses. Nobody loses money. Nobody gets stocks either. So I figured, okay, because I am a businessman. I did the business, government business. I invest a lot of money. I have to buy a lot of stocks for at least 3 months stocks. Okay, government business is tough, very tough. I'm not recommending it. You have to open a shop. It cost me like 3,000万, 4,000万 each shop. I used to have 17 shops. Okay, how much stock I had? Okay, now is what, July, already making next year's products. I have to. And next year, it's going to be hot or cool, I don't know. And colors, pink, white, black, orange, purple.
The new pink.
What color would go next year? I don't know yet. And sizes, small size, medium size, large, extra large, extra small. What am I going to do, Yeah, so, but there's always risk in the business. So, okay, Amway, New Skin, which is a good business, maybe. They have a maybe good product. Yes, compared to opening a shop like me, way less risks. Okay, you don't have to spend so much money. But still, for most of the people, investing 100万円、50万円 every month, 20万円、30万円 is a high risk for most of the people who don't commit to their life into it. So that's why a lot of people fail and end up losing a lot of money. But in Naturally Plus, you cannot fail. You can either win or not win. You cannot lose. That's the best thing about Naturally Plus. That's why I could ask any one of my friends, try for 6 months. And if you don't feel like you can do this, just quit it by then. By then, maybe you become a little bit healthier, a little bit younger, a little bit, stronger, and get back to normal life, original life. So there's no risk. Try it. Why don't you try? That's what I said. Regarding how you make money, how it becomes, how much you can earn, maybe you could ask Dino later. Today I don't talk about it, but that's also one thing I tell you. Normally, this is also a big difference. Traditional network marketing, you have to talk to your friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have to, ask them to join a member and, grows like all over you.
That's right.
You center, everybody go, and everybody do the same thing like this. Okay, like more people, more and more, 100, 200, 300 people try to join, ask them to join. Okay, and this is kind of tough because most of the people don't know so many people. And Naturally Plus is only 2 ways, left and right. If you introduce one, goes left, 2 goes right. 3, you can introduce 3, but already filled two sides. So the third person goes here, 4th person here, 5th, 6th, like this, going under. To fill 2 ways only. Okay? And this way, what's going to happen is that you have to know so many people, and you have to be able to talk to so many people, which means you have to be kind of like, extremely capable person. You have to be, right? Like 200-300 people, you talk, and first of all, you have to know 300-500 people, and that's amazing, right? Extremely capable person. But normally, if you are extremely capable person, your friend also may be extremely capable person. Because normally, the friends are balanced. If you are very capable, your friend also may be capable. So, because so many people, and those extremely capable person knows other extremely capable person as well. Okay? We call in Japan, Ruiba Tomo yoru. How do you say in English? Maybe. 類友の法則 anyway, it's you know, if you are capable, your friend may be capable as well. Balances. Okay. Now, bad news is if you are not so capable, if you are less capable, unfortunately, if you are less capable person, then your friend is also less capable person. And if you are talking to less capable person would not talk to even one less capable person. And it stops. And it doesn't expand. So that's it, you know. In network marketing, traditional network marketing, if you cannot talk to less than 100 or 200 person friends, you will never be successful. So at the beginning, there's a very high hurdles. So, well, maybe you know 10 friends, 20 friends, but not 200 friends. Then try not to join this kind of business. Yeah. Naturally plus, even if you are less capable person, you may have 2 friends. Okay? 2 at least. If you have 2 friends, and even your friends are even less capable, still they might have 2 friends. So actually this kind of business is built for very capable person, but Naturally Plus is built for less capable person, and the opportunity is open for less capable person can make an unbelievable result with this. That's why, like I said before, that Obasan making so much money, unbelievable, because she looked less capable person to me. If she tried this one, in 3 months' time, she may get huge debts and finished. But in Naturally Plus, you have a chance to, she had a chance to earn a lot of money as well. So this is the difference of Naturally Plus and traditional network marketing.
We'll have to close it here,
Okay.
but just to give you a preview of a little about the products and the business. He really hasn't gone too much into the business and how the money is made. Next week I'll have a seminar here, and I'd like to invite you back, and I'll explain as those that can come back. Rod comes pretty far. But if you can, come back next week, and I'll break it down, and we'll talk more about the process of how easy it is to not lose with Naturally Plus. So I want to thank you, Koji, for coming out today.